If you're a fan of crochet, you've likely encountered the classic and beloved granny square. But do you know the fascinating history behind this timeless motif? With its humble beginnings in the 19th century Europe to its modern day use in crochet fashion design, the granny square has evolved and adapted over the years. And in this video, we'll delve into the rich history of the crochet granny square and explore its evolution from practical household item to beloved and enduring crochet motif. From solid granny squares to open granny squares, we'll uncover the various techniques and styles that have been developed over the years. If this is your very first time here, I'm Alicia and love to talk about crochet. So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button because every like contributes to another glass of wine. Cheers. So if you're ready, let's discover the fascinating history of the crochet granny square. What exactly is a granny square? A granny square is a square piece of fabric that is created through the process of crocheting in the round, starting from the center and working outwards, typically using cluster stitches. This crochet technique produces a fabric that is traditionally handmade, as it cannot be made by machine. Granny squares are often used to create a variety of items, including blankets, scarves, bags, and more. It gets its name from the association with the traditional granny or grandmother, who often crocheted these squares from scraps to use as blankets and other household items. The beauty of the granny square is its versatility, as it can be used to create a wide variety of items and can be made in a variety of colors and styles. Let's discuss the types of granny squares. First, there's the classic granny square, which contains cluster stitches and chains worked in a round, increasing on the corner. This creates an open fabric that's versatile for many projects such as blankets, clothes, and more. There's also the solid granny square, which is a variation on the classic granny square. This variation is made up of a series of stitches without skip stitches and clusters at the corner. This creates a sturdy, solid fabric, which is ideal for using on blankets and other household items. There's more, such as open granny squares, which is similar to the classic. These type of granny squares is made up of a series of open stitches that creates a lacy and airy effect. There's also 3D granny squares. This type of square is made using special crochet techniques that create a three-dimensional effect. Lastly, there's also the striped granny square. This technique, granny square, is made by changing colors at specific points in the crochet pattern, creating a striped effect. This one is also very popular. Let's go over the origins of the granny square. The first recorded mention of a crochet technique similar to the modern day granny square appeared in the April 5th, 1885 edition of Prairie Farmer. The designer of that pattern was Mrs. Phillips. She wrote, "I have been trying a new crochet pattern for an Afghan, which is on the principle of crazy work, which is so popular now. It's made in strips of desired length and the two blocks together forming the width. The long strips are crocheted together with a double chain stitch, which is twisted and in any colors that you desire. The small blocks can be sewn or drawn together so as to make the perfect square. This joining being done on the wrong side. The idea is to have the blocks appear as one straight strip." If you don't know what crazy work is also known as crazy quilting, used a lot in the 1800s, referred to the textile art of crazy patchwork with heavily embellished seams. She translated this quilting technique to crochet. So cheers to you, Mrs. Phillips. Thank you very much. Now let's go into the evolution of the square. During the 1960s and 70s, the crochet granny square was associated with the counterculture and the DIY movement. It was often used to create handmade clothing and accessories as a symbol of nonconformity and self-expression. Many young people in this era embraced the granny square as a way to rebel against mainstream and create their own unique style. The granny square was an affordable and accessible way for people to express their creativity and make their own clothing and accessories, as it did not require expensive materials or specialized equipment. If you had yarn and a hook, you could make whatever you want. In addition to its use in counterculture, the granny square was also popular in mainstream fashion during this time period. Many fashion designers incorporated the granny square into their clothing and accessory designs, creating elegant and sophisticated pieces that were embraced by the public. Even today, the fashion industry is definitely taking notice. Your grandma's favorite pastime is a major trend. You can find crochet in all the major runways. Today's crochet is as popular as ever amongst young and the mature. From household items to fashion designs, the granny square is the perfect crochet motif to make, and you can use it in a variety of ways. It's a great way for crocheters to practice their skills and create beautiful and unique projects. There's many resources available online if you're interested about learning how to crochet a granny square, including myself. I'll make sure to leave those links down in the description box below to my website and other video tutorials to teach you exactly how to do this. So, if you're ready to delve into the world of the granny squares, grab your crochet hook and get some yarn and give it a try. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on this video. Make sure you check out my other crochet history videos, such as the one right here or here, and I'll see you on the very next one. Bye guys.